live, am I? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? Hello? Have we got action? Can you hear me? Are we good? Are we good? Tell me if it's all groovy. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, I like it. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. All right. But you know what? I'd like to pretend I'd worked this out, but I did. Trying to double blag it. I actually managed to bypass the fault. I've actually just used actual skills. Yeah, I used actual skills to get here. Let me just put the link on. I'm so impressed with myself. It wouldn't, as if you need to know this, it wouldn't let me set it up on StreamYard. So I went round the back door, pretended I was doing it without StreamYard. Then what lies can I make up now? Pretend I know what the words are. Then I used the substructure of a different bit client. And here we are. Let's get a bit of colour in my cheeks. I can't believe it. 42 reckons I'm live on 2 streams. There can't still be 2 of me going, can there? One of them should have gone now. Imagine. Am I? Hello, Johnny Blue. Johnny Blue has joined the firm. Nice to see it. Nice to see that. Lovely. Always nice. A little bit of colour in my cheeks. Turn a bit of brightness up there. Let's see if I've got. There you go, Johnny Blue. Nice one, Johnny. So, all right, you reckon I'm live on 2 streams? Let me have a look. Make sure that's not happening, because if that is happening, the old substructure of the different bit channel client. No, just the one. Oh, cool. No, one's finished. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, we're here. We're all right. We're all right. We done it. We got here. Nice one. Double danger, exactly. They've merged. Bizarrely, though, the last one had 169 views. How impressive. I don't know how I got here. But I think what we should do... hello, Mosaic Labrador. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Telegram. I need to do that. I need to do Telegram. Just while I do Telegram. Hello, Alan. That's very kind of you. Just while I do Telegram, we'll do this for the fun of it. Right, 1 second. 1 second. Yeah. Seems legit to have it, do you know what I mean? And then I can just let people know on Telegram. Terrible thumbnail. I'm literally going, seems This is it, Chew. Right, we should get a few more people coming over. I hope so. The thumbnail's terrible. Okay, lovely. We finally got here. I'm quite impressed. With myself, yeah? Yeah, oh yeah. Am I allowed to be? Are you allowed to be impressed with yourself occasionally? I think you are. I think when you've achieved something. Alan, thank you very much. Good one. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? Turned out nice. Let me get that entropy sorted. Chances of getting this working is even more unlikely, but we'll give it a go since it's Friday. The old Friday dollar drive. I got an email from someone saying you need to get back on that. I pointed out to him that I'd already apologised once, and I refused to apologise again, which it would have done. Tony Sanchez has said in Entropy that the hat is the genuine Dangerfield, while the thing underneath is a replicant. Nice one, Tony. Right, this is for you, Alan. Oh, not that one, this one. The other one was for Lil Bullet, who I've just seen come through. Thank you very much, Alan. No, that's appreciated. And the boy Bullet there. Word on the curb is Spanky. Can we stop talking about Spanky Bob? I tell you, I think him and his son got locked up. I can't imagine why. Spanky Bob is coming out of retirement because of this morning's stream. Let me see if I can, jokes aside, I'll see if I can find the, thank you, Lil Bullet, for the donation. I'll see if I can, oh, that looks nice. Went up to Dublin Mountains to dig up my own Christmas tree. Bloody lovely. That's what life's about. In a minute, I'll see if I can go and find Bob getting nicked with his son, because jokes aside, he obviously had a problem. Right, bring back Safacash. Yeah, it's for videos, all spit. I will be making videos once work quietens down, once the novel's finished. So that'll be back for videos. Right, all right there. You can support this channel using the super chat, which is a $sign over there, or Entropy. Link just put in the description. Very special thank you to my subscribe stars and my patrons who donate without glory. Some of them for 4 or 5 years now. Some of them like 20, 30, 40 quid a month, which is lovely. But yeah, if you need, sorry, I've got this. Oh, good Lord, I just pulled it out of my mouth. No, I'm not on Twitch. I couldn't even sort out YouTube tonight. So, you know, I don't know how to sort out Twitch from where I am now, and I'm not going to risk YouTube tonight. So that's the Entropy link. Let me see if I can find Bob. It's a question of remembering how to spell the surname. And I don't like to put these kinds of words into... Oh, there you go. That's him. That's a little bastard. That's absolutely him. That's son of Bob. Changed his name, I noticed. Hang on, I'll share this with you. Hang on. Let me just make sure it's the right one. I don't want to accuse someone else and get someone else included. You're going to laugh so much at what I've just... Did someone else earlier? Did someone else say Spank Daddy? Thank you, Chris Holloway. Someone else said, hello, not a piano key. Cheers, Chris. Good night, Dawn. Thanks for filling us in about Linda. Yeah, no, we are for sure. Thank you. Well, this is, you know, Lil Bullet, you know, you just said Spanky Bob. This is what I've just found is an absolute disaster, but there's no mention of the old man here. And I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but I'm sure it's his dad. Well, here, look, I think if I remember rightly, and so I don't know for sure, but I went to school with this geezer I'm about to show you, right? This is not a joke. This is not a joke. It's quite nasty material. But, you know, I grew up in Dartford. Well, this is Swanscombe. Swanscombe's just up the road. Convicted Swanscombe paedophile Gavin Smith. He was called Gavin Seegers when he was at my school. Prosecuted for discussing child abuse online. I think his old man was Bob. Right, but check it out. It gets really dark. A legal precedent for Kent has been set up after a Swanscombe man was prosecuted for describing the sadistic torture of children. Nice bastard. Blah, 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 blah. Usual stuff. Here you go, look. Smith was previously jailed for 2 years in 2001 under the name Gavin Seegers. All right, blah, blah, blah. New Shopper reported in 2001 how Seegers, who was nicknamed Spank Daddy, and I am not kidding you. I am not kidding you. Can you see that? Spank Daddy. His old man, I think his old man was Bob from Bob's, a.k.a. Spank Daddy. What a fucking turnout. And look at that, look. And he works as a youth leader at Dartford Sea Cadets. Yeah, right. Like father, like son. Well, young Gavin, I'm sure you're getting plenty of daddy spankings in prison, dirty bastard. King Athelstan played Safakash whilst balls deep in Phuket last year. Brings back awesome memories, and I don't mean in ladyboys. Happy Meds and Cocktails. Happy Meds is the name of a pharmacy down on the main drag, isn't it? Down the one-way system. What's it called? Ratu Thit Road. I'm so glad you went out there, man. It's a wild place, isn't it, King Athelstan, Patong? It's just there's nowhere else on the planet like it. Not a piano key. You're going to be in Toller's chat later. I'll probably be watching Millennial later tonight, to be honest with you, rather than Toller. Can you believe that son of Bob called himself Spank Daddy? I know. I'm with you. It's just bizarre. Hello, Barzy Sada, new on the firm. You're welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah, nice one, Athelstan. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Pattaya's too much, and there's no beach there. Well, not really like Patong for me. But if you like Pattaya better, Pattaya's for you then. No, don't spam the chat with hi, or it'll be very quickly bye. You know, come along, join in, say hello, no problem. I'm still blown away that son of Bob called himself Spank Daddy, though. That's just absolutely bizarre. Hello, Ed. Well, it's a ridiculous thing to say if you prefer Patong, though, isn't it? It's like if you like it there more, not a problem. Well, I am an Englishman, but I live in Cambodia. I still can't believe with Leah Spank Sonny. But isn't that weird? He must have known it. He must have known about the old man. Well, yeah, exactly, Tech Roach. At least it's not Splink Daddy. That would have been awful. See you later, Wing Commander. Take care, my friend. Right, I've got something. Yeah, he has. Yeah, it's just a so much good viewing, and I also think Rose is pretty good at doing it. You know, he lets them talk, and he just gently steers them rather than dominating it. Yeah, I know Kata Beach very well. Yep, I know what you mean. There's two kickboxing, isn't there? There's Bangla Road kick Thai boxing, then there's the one I can never remember what it's called. It's a bit further out of town. Right. Yeah, I think it's been great, hasn't it? It's been absolutely great. Well, I think so, Little Bullet. It's awful. I sort of want to stop talking about it because although it's funny, not very funny for people who didn't have a nice time. Yeah, it's great in there, isn't it? You just get to sit on those big sort of mats and they bring you beers to you or whatever. It's nice. Right, let's I've got a video for you and I can't even remember what it is. I don't even know what I had to show you. Although while we're here, Oh, Pangahan has stopped streaming. She streamed for 3 hours of a. I saw Scrubs over there all day. It was cracking me up. Oh, I have got something for you. Hang on, wait 1 second, 1 second. If it's not a video, I have got something you'll like. Hang on a moment. Una memento, you'll like this. Now, I'm sure some of you are going to know. I'm sure. Hang on, let me just get this right. You're going to enjoy this. This will be worth the small wait. The somewhat dead time. Lovely to be here with you, though, on a Friday afternoon. I mean, it's nearly midnight here, but, you know, lovely to be joining you. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Right. Here we go. How do I sort this out? I put that over there. Oh, no, I don't. I'm not proving to be the best technically today. Let me get rid of old Spank Daddy. Good Lord, Bobs. Right, here we go. People, check this out. Some of you will know, some of you won't. Tell me who these people are. Tell me who these people are. Who is that? Now, I know some of you will know, but some of you won't know. Oh, it's after midnight down on ZG's firm. That bloody hole in the ground, son. I haven't forgotten about it. Just waiting for the right time. We've got a couple of, we've got a few people who know. Yep, that's the Wachowski brothers. You know the Wachowski brothers who made The Matrix and God knows however other many quite good movies. That is them. They've both turned into men. They both turned into themselves in drag. That's the Wachowski brothers. Yeah, that's what's really convincing about it. I mean, I've got to be careful what I say, but I mean, I'm very suspect. The problem I have with 1 second. The problem I have with Rufus, Kim and Aggie. The problem I have, a lot of the problem I have with the trans thing is it's so autoerotic. You know, they find themselves sexually attractive in women's clothes. That's what I think transitioning is. I'm sorry, that's just my take on it. When I say I'm sorry, what I mean is don't give me a strike for daring to have an opinion. No, 100%. This is not a fake. This is they have made the. They have that is without a doubt them. I looked right into it. My mate sent me these pictures and said, "Do you know who this is?" And I didn't at first, and then I just suddenly thought, "Hang on, the fact that there's a pair of them, that's what it's like, isn't it?" Yeah, but Ralph, do they need it? What do you think the Wachowskis need PR? I don't know about that. Nicholas said the one on the left looks like a children's TV presenter. There you go, Leon. That's it. That's it. Well, as is autoerotic, autoeroticism is also that, but I think autogynephilia is the newer version. But back in my day, it was called autoeroticism. Richard says that Bananarama have let themselves go, but there you go. That's quite a strange old thing. Yeah, peculiar. While we're on that, hang on, that's not enough tit. I mean, there's too much and there's not enough. There you go, a little bit of shoulder. Now, there's something else I want to show you. Yeah, I think you're right, Bullet. That's what I mean about the autoeroticism or autogynephilia, as I think Leon corrected me. But something else I want to show you around the same thing that's very interesting. Hang on. Let me just see if I can find this. I did have the page up before, but it's gone now. Hang on. This is very interesting. If I can find this, there you go. Oh, that I don't think that's it actually. Ah, got it. I got it. Right, I want you to see what happens here. I want you to see what happens when the media is essentially activists. Listen. I want to give you some advice here, and I want you to take this out of a lot of the rubbish I say. You know, the other day. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on. By the way, if Sarah's here, these are the pants you bought me, Sarah. When Derrida talked about deconstruction, he was actually using the word deconstruct from Heidegger. And the idea is that any text, and a text can be a movie, it can be any linguistic mark, it can be a sound, it can be a piece of music, anything that has the ability to produce meaning, right? Now, in something like an essay or an argument or a debate or a story or a piece of journalism, what Derrida said is look for the part in the text that threatens the undoing of the text. It's the bit where it contradicts itself. Freud referred to that part in dreams. When you interpret in dreams, focus on, Freud called it the navel, you know, like the belly button, the navel of the dream. It's the bit that threatens the undoing of the whole dream and therefore gives you its true meaning. And so when Derrida talked about deconstruction, which he didn't really, he mentioned it about twice in like 30 years of writing. This idea that there's this Derridian deconstruction method is just nonsense. But you look for the part in the text you're analysing where it contradicts itself. And at that point, you resolve the contradiction, and in doing so, you get the real meaning. You get the real meaning of the text. My good friend from the other end of Europe, Kjetil Olstad, says, been reading some commie literature lately. They seem big on contradictions. Well, it's the dialectic, isn't it, which goes from Socrates through to Hegel into Marx. I mean, the dialectic actually makes a lot of sense. You don't throw the baby out with the bathwater because Marx got it from Hegel, who got it from Socrates. You don't dump it because Marx talked about it. You understand it because Socrates and Hegel and many in between involved themselves with it. But I want you to have a look at this, and I'm going to show you the navel. I'm going to show you the little contradiction that deconstructs the text, and then you'll understand it. Now, watch this. So this is from about a month ago, right? And it's the Pink News. So it's and if you know the Pink News, it's not a newspaper for Bondres. It's a magazine for the LGBT lobby, which, as you know, is a different thing. I fully welcome gays in the scrubs. I've got no time for the LGBT lobby. Right, check this out. Melania Trump doesn't understand why people think her husband is anti-gay. Yes, she's being completely serious, right? So the Trump's missus, doesn't understand why he's being anti-gay. I haven't known Trump to be anti-gay. If anything, quite the opposite. But the truth is irrelevant with these activists. Right, now check this out. Melania Trump blamed last Thursday, October 29th, on the many enemies in the political establishment on why people feel Donald Trump is anti-LGBT. Something she says she's shocked about. The First Lady has, throughout the president's peak and caustic leadership, positioned herself as almost a balm of sorts, softer and more private on social issues. Then it goes on and on and on and on and on. Right, but listen, the headline: Melania Trump doesn't understand why people think her husband is anti-gay. Yes, she's being serious. Then we go down and then we get this bit. Indeed, Trump has clearly striven to protect diversity by stripping trans people. Hang on. How did we get to trans people? I thought Trump was anti-gay. And then they give you a load of his examples. A pointless Department of Defense ban on trans troops. Well, hang on. What? Are trans people gay now? Or are gay people trans? A rollback of healthcare protections. What? On trans again? A rollback of healthcare protections by the Department of Health and Human Services. A proposal to allow homeless shelters to deny trans people access to single-sex shelters. Efforts by the Education Department to both block trans students from using the bathroom, which aligns with their gender, but also banning trans girls from joining in the female track teams. And then there's just this little weird sarcastic ender. I was just shocked at the way that article went from Melania thinks Trump's not anti-gay, but look at all these things he's done about trans people. From gay to trans. And they just slowly drain your memory and they just sort of twist it. And that's that contradiction. That's that bit where you're like, hang on a minute. You were talking about gay people a minute ago, but to make your point, you're talking about trans people. They just do this sort of shit all the time. And keep an eye out for it as well. Keep an eye out in the media, the difference between the headline and the conclusion, because it's absolutely absurd. Oh, Monty, I was looking up Aurora Shebang. It's actually Horrora, because some American I can't remember what he is. He banned them from doing a gig in his local sort of, what do you call it? I don't know, working man's club, the American version, because he said that their Down syndrome shouldn't be trans. Yeah, it is horror. It's Horrora Shebang. Horrora Shebang. It's no with an H. It's really weird. It's something like that. Oh no, absolutely, Rob. Exactly that. Dying of COVID and dying with, there you go, exactly the same thing. Horror shebang. It's the same thing. The difference between the way they get you in there. But the problem is most people then come away from that article thinking, oh, it turns out, they gave loads of examples. It turns out that Trump is anti-gay after all. And yet, in fact, the article proves the exact opposite. And that is amazing to me. It's amazing that they've managed, in that article, they proved that Trump isn't anti-gay. And yet people come away from it because they're not reading it critically, come away thinking he is. And in fact, the evidence would suggest he isn't. It's absolutely bizarre. I thought I had a little video for you. I didn't really want the fart. I didn't want the fart. No one wants the fart. I didn't really want the Friday afternoon stream to be heavy, but yeah, no, without a doubt, Godfrey was good. Enjoyed that as well. I thought Godfrey was good as well. Oh, excuse me. Now, did I have a video for you? Oh, I did. I absolutely did. Right, let me try and get the right bit. Hang on. Let me see. I have got a video worth watching. Oh, excuse me. No, how am I going to get this right? Hang on.
They weren't exactly pleased at hearing truth about themselves and how horrible they do in the terms of their.
That's no coverage, however, of Swalwell being the one implicated, but not Russia, but China. In fact, the New York Times website, as of this morning.
No, that isn't what I wanted to show you. Balls. It's a great bit, though, on Hannity where he talks about how they're just not talking about any of this Biden stuff. And she sort of says how, at the White House press conference how they gave it like 2 minutes or whatever. But I thought I might have had something for you. No, it's a bit out of context. I think I was going to show it to you if I had a load of other stuff to say, but unfortunately I haven't. What is this? What is this balls like? You showed the balls earlier. You want us to show balls again? What is it? Because I just went balls. I don't know what's happening. That's an interesting one, Rob. I mean, they do it all the time. I mean, it's quite an interesting thing. A classic trick of advertising. It doesn't happen so much anymore because it's become a bit more advanced. But advertising used to be about telling you pretty much the opposite of what you're going to get from the product. You know, Coke is life is one of the classic ones, and it's almost certainly death. I'm sure I had something to show you, though. I'm still a bit unsettled because we didn't really get off to a good start on this video. Maybe I've got this wrong. Maybe it's just something I was enjoying. I'll tell you what I was thinking about, though. It's quite interesting. Earlier on, me and Leon got into a bit of a conversation about the state of about, you know, the situation in the UK and that, and he was saying about all the institutes being full of diversity. Don't actually fall for that. You've got things like the NHS, which is has been, you know, because it's like essentially a socialist organisation. I think it's about 30% immigrant staffed. But you're all right. You can be a pessimist. I'm not getting at you. I'm just bringing up the fact that we're talking about it. But if you look at our culture, actually look at English culture, and with all the money and all the power of the globalist machine, our culture is actually still dominated by ethnic British people, and ethnic English, Welsh, Scottish, and Northern Ireland. You know, you watch something like Dragon's Den, which I watch, you know, obsessively. That, you know, that's probably about a guess. I'd probably say it was about 5% BAME. You know, this is a slice of English culture, and it's about 5% BAME. You know, even with the incredible, we want more of this, we want more of this. You know, fiction, sure. You know, fiction with like movies and films, we know about the overrepresentation. But if you look at things that aren't fictional, that are actually, you know, cultural artifacts of our, you know, contemporary artifacts of our culture, they're still completely dominated by ethnic English people. I think it's really important to remember that, because again, you know, the black pill is what happens when you focus on all on the negative stuff. The white pill is what happens when you actually start looking at what's going on and understanding that all they've really done in the last 10 years is try to tell us to shut up, and it's really not happening. Ed from Queens. Thank you, Ed, for the donation. In the USA, women college sports have been destroyed by trans people. The trans people always come in first and second and third place. Yeah, which only works in our favor, because that isn't how you get a generation on board with the delusion that is, what are they calling it now? Gender corrective surgery or something. Now it's like, it's not reassignment, it's corrective, because the mistake, of course, was nature. Nature made the mistake, and surgery is going to put it right. Can anyone remember what the actual name is for it? Gender correction surgery or something like that. It's really weird. Yeah, gender. It's not reassignment. They don't like that one. Well, there's that as well, Mark, but I'd probably get in trouble. Affirmation, does that one come up? It's very, very... all I'm still seeing is reassignment. I mean, give me a 1 in the chat. Give me a 1 in the chat if you've seen Mr. Metaker's video, How Sausages Are Made. There you go. Just as I said it. Yeah, it changes everything, doesn't it? It's all very well when they've got them on this morning with everything under the table, but when you realise what's actually going on down there, yeah, it's that if you haven't seen it, people, I'll tell you what, Mark, you won't be eating for a good couple of days. It's and the interesting thing about it is some of the things that they have to do. I mean, you know, I probably would lose my channel, but because they use skin from the arms and legs for some of this stuff, the skin on your arms and legs grows hairs, and they don't stop growing hairs. Billy Blogs, you will see it on BitChute. It's called How Sausages Are Made. Moslab offers that surgery. He can get... No, Rusky, you're right. They have to do that. They have to do that. Yes, Willow. It's not convincing is the last word you'd use. Shave the glands. And the other one is, and I'm sorry if you're eating, but if you're going from male to female, you're basically making a wound, and the body tries to heal wounds, so they have to do things to stop the wound from healing continually, forever. Anyway, enough of that. This was meant to be my Friday afternoon, nice, calm. Yes, Jason, it's a really... I wonder how long it's going to take. Yeah, there you go. I just didn't want to use words like that, Rusky. I just didn't want to go there. Yeah, Roy. Wriggle says Posey did a cracking vig as Dr. Wobbly. Yeah, no. Sorry, Clint. Yeah, it's yeah. So you don't need to have a look at much, do you? Yes. Everyone's saying things exactly right. Hello, Yiz. Well, I was gonna I did have a couple of things sorted out. Oh, this is worth a watch. Here we go. I've got a little video for you. This is gonna this will cheer you up. This is a Chinese doctor. It's only a minute. It's only a minute and a half. The poor lad. This is like me when I finished working on my novel. Ready? Oh, hang on. I forgot to put the sound on. This is a bit of a giggle for all the wrong reasons, of course. So I've just finished working on my novel. He's still working. He's in hospital. He's working still. 8 procedures a day he was doing. Not being funny. Imagine you've got something absolutely horrific he's doing. The geezer comes in. Anyway, you need some kind of brain surgery, it says here. Hey. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely. Did you see the way he went down? Good Lord. Good Lord. Well, listen, Steve, listen, I've got a mate who lives in Shanghai, English bloke. And he said to me, the thing is, we all know about the bizo, don't we? The Chinese word for white liberal. Bizo, I think it is boizo or something. And, that's their word. And he said it's a bit more complicated than just white liberal. It actually means white liberal who's destroying the white people. They've got a word for that. Isn't that incredible? Because we're not allowed to. If you talk about that kind of thing on Twitter and that, you get in trouble. But it's not as simple as white liberal. It's white liberal who's destroying his own people. And I was talking to him about what it must be like living in China. And he said to me, listen, he said, in China, you can say anything you want about anyone, about any race, about any gender, about anyone. The only thing they won't let you do is criticize the party. Not the one who likes the party, but the Communist Party. That's the only thing they won't let you do. It's all very well talking about, it must be hell living out in China. But he said you can say what you want. That's interesting. Someone just said that they banned the word simp on Twitch. Yeah, probably because that's where Twitch makes all its money from. Simps. If you start condemning the... as far as I can work out, most people who watch Twitch, apart from the gamers, are just watching the breasts. And if you start calling people out for what they blatantly are, they're going to lose all their money. But there's none of that in China. You can say what you want about anything except for the party. Now, that is also not ideal. Clint Westwood says, I'm fed up because all you want to do is criticize. What did you make of it, Chu? Anyone else here been to China? I quite fancy it. Once the coof is over in 2040, I might get over there. What did you make of it over there, Chu? Anyone else spent any time in China? Hello, Jason Rigby. You loved it, did you? Nice. Upgraded seemed to like it as well. Sergeant Furry Toes, seems to think he's feeling it. I think it's a win-win. I think it's an absolute win-win. Moslab, what are you talking about? Trump or China? I think it's a win-win with this Trump lark, because even if Trump doesn't pull it off, he gets the next 4 years to set up his media empire, and the Dems are going to be the Dems are going to be an absolute mess. It's going to be like, well, here you go, kids. Here's the keys to the nuclear processing plant. You know, keep the power running, won't you? Not a chance. Yiz says, I think 2021 is going to be hell, but it's going to be a good hell. It's the crucible we need. This is what I think. I think the likes of Biden and Harris are just going to, look, we know because we're not stupid, that the only reason Biden has got anywhere near the presidency is because of 4 years of media orange man bad. So they've blatantly backed a pony because they've been told that the other geezer's dodgy. And once that pony starts walking around, it's just insane. It's going to be insane. Yeah, you can't carry your guns in Europe. I'm afraid that's not going to work. It's 5 years mandatory for possession of a firearm. That includes CS gas, by the way. Well, sorry, Priyata, you're right. Exactly that. I should have thought of that. A mule. More a mule. A wonky donkey. An idea guy says Biden won because of COVID. Trump would have won if not for the pandemic tanking the economy early. I don't think so. I think it was because it's been an absolute swizz. I've got to be careful what I say, but come on, there's enough evidence. I know, it's crazy. I would not be surprised how many guns there are in Europe, but in England, but you're not meant to have them. You can get shot. You can have shotguns if you get a license and you go shooting, and you can buy handguns on the street. But the problem is ammunition. It's very hard getting ammunition, and the geezer that's going to get it for you, it's not going to be the right one for your shooter. But what are you going to do? I'll probably be all right out here. I know, John. It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. Be careful, Ragnar. They'll take your account away for saying those exact words. Yee says, about an hour after this stream, I'm going to be holding a Q&A with a proper epidemiologist. I got it right. Epidemiologist. There you go. About the vaccine and the coof statistics. I invite you all to come. It should be great. You might be competing with some people there, though. I think it's all about millennial, but I think he might be starting in 2 hours. So there you go, people. Years will be doing something. Oh, really? Oh, good Lord. Well, we've got to have a look at that then, haven't we? We've absolutely got to have a look at that. Why didn't he tell me? Is he even in the chat? Why can't I find it? What's his name? I forgot what he calls himself, what his channel's called. Oh, here you go. I found it. Okay. What is it? The future? Okay. So, people, this is Randall P. McMurphy. He's a high-ranking scrub. He's released a couple of other videos, and they've all gone down an absolute dream. So we're gonna premiere it here. If you're not already subscribed to Young Randall, you should do, because he's very funny. Is it a bit bleak, Priata? Oh, good Lord. It's called The Future. Oh, no, Randall. Please don't be too depressing. They're usually hilarious. Oh, Ken Woods. Hello, this is Ken Woods. Right, let's check it out. It's only a couple of minutes. Right, here we go, people.
In the future, you are no one. In the future, you will obey instructions. In the future, the JQ is about Jehovah's Witnesses. In the future, Michael Moorcock is an historian. In the future, Bunny Shoney's music is revered as a god. In the future, orthography is a capital crime. In the future, people starve to death on the streets of London, Manchester, Sheffield, Glasgow, Cardiff. It's too late. In the future, it's too late. In the future, it's too late. In the future,
Oh, God, what's happened to my camera? What's happened to... Well, he's right up my Strasser, is Randall. In the future, it's too late. It's too late. And swap. What's going on? What the hell is happening here? There you go, we're back. There you go. No. He's incredible. There was one up there that I haven't seen. Why has he been sneaking others in? In the future, it's too late. But there was another one there that I haven't seen. I don't think I saw this 12 years one. Should we have a look at his first one he ever done again? Because it's absolutely brilliant. The history of the death of global communism. Should we watch it? It's only 3 minutes. Come on, it's Friday. It's Friday afternoon. I don't know why my camera keeps turning off. I don't know. Certainly don't know why it keeps swapping to that one. There's problems. I'm telling you, with the tubes tonight. I had problems setting this stream up. Right. We're going to watch the history of the death of global communism because it's excellent. This was Randall's first video. Here we go. I didn't turn that camera off then, unless there's something wrong with my leads. Can you still hear me? If you can still hear me, I'm just plugging all my leads in a bit tighter. Oh, I've got a little spark come out of that one. Right, we should be all right. Hang on a minute. What the hell is going on? All enjoying the stream? I'm obviously not turning my own blooming camera off. Look, I'll keep both my hands up in the air. You watch, it'll turn off in a minute. Right, I'm going to now share. I'm just doing this just so that if it turns off, you know it's not me. We're going to watch Randall's first ever video. Now I'm going to carefully move my hand. I've only touched my mouse. It's miles away from anything else. Hello, Sebastian, Andre, Simon. Hello, Ace Venom. Right, here we go. You can tell it's nearly here, isn't it? Right, here we go. Press that one. Press that one. Press that one. I'm nowhere near anything to do with my camera. Ready? Go.
I'm Ken Woods, Keith Woods' idiot brother. I offer low-quality analysis. I've no insight whatsoever, but I do have a lot of shit to say about a lot of shit. The History of Worldwide Communism by Ken Woods, the idiot brother of Keith Woods. In 1969, when communism was invented at Woodstock Rock Festival outside New York in the United States, sure wasn't there a whole load of fucking whores there? Later on, they all grew up and they got jobs teaching in universities. And what did they all do? They started wearing dungarees and shaving their heads and proclaiming themselves to be cultural Marxists. And sure, weren't they reading Foucault and I don't know what else. Margaret Thatcher was a whore and no mistake. In 1983, she oversaw the assassination of every cow in the British Isles so as to prevent children from having milk at school. Michael Gorbachev was born Michael Sergeyevich Gorbachev in the Ukraine sometime in the 1950s. By the time the 1980s came around, he was doing this thing where he was going to parties with the splotch from the Watchman painted onto his head. Ronald Reagan, who ended up being the President of the United States, was originally from Baltimore in County Cork. His whole family was stolen away into slavery by the Barbary pirates in 1945. Unfortunately, the only survivor was Ronald, who escaped to Philadelphia in the United States. Anyhow, sure, then the three of them end up meeting at this after-hours drink that a few of the lads were having at the United Nations sometime in about 1984. And between them, they all fucking decided that they were going to get rid of global communism and drag the whole fucking Marxist agenda down into the fucking sewer. And that's pretty much the history of where we are with leftism late in the early 21st century.
it just never gets too much. I think an absolute comedy genius. It's so many subtle little funny things going on in there that you don't notice until the next time you see it, and there's some really clever little things that, you know, if you were a bit sort of club-handed with it, it wouldn't be so funny. But it's just little things. Bunny Shonis, did you notice you got a mention in the newest one? In the newest one, the audio's a bit bad because Randall told me he's been drunk for too long. But it's so good. You enjoyed that, Years? It's brilliant, isn't it? Do the chicken one. This is Randall's channel. Why ain't he here? I'd appreciate us all watching his videos. I don't know what you mean. The life and times of Karl Marx. Karl Marx. Let's watch Karl Marx. It's only 2 minutes. Come on, it's Friday afternoon. I ain't got a lot of energy left in me, so if we're going to watch anything, I think Scrubs videos are good ones. Cheers us all up. Hang on a minute here. This is the Karl Marx, or Marx, as Randall calls him. His life and his lifetimes and legacy by Ken Woods.
My name is Ken Woods, and I am the developmentally subnormal brother of Keith. If you've no idea what deontological means, let alone what an epistemological flamethrower might be, then you've come to the right place. Karl Marx was born Karl Patrick Joseph Marx into a family of devout Catholics in Bavaria sometime in the 19th century. Karl's father had made his millions of marks by perfecting the first industrialized process for the miniaturization of hats. At the age of 19, Karl decided against entering the micro-millinery business and instead to go interrailing across what was then known as Europe. Like most of the German middle class of the time, Karl decided to marry his first cousin and settle in England, where he took up permanent residence in the British Library. There, over the course of 45 years, he produced his definitive guide to London nightlife, The Capital. Another 1.5 volumes were to follow, but it was Karl's more easily accessible work that was to make him famous in what was then known as Russia, in what was then known as Europe. But sure didn't Moscow turn out to be an utter shit show, and eventually he had to run away to Mexico City in New Mexico, where one night when he was looking the other way, didn't some bastard creep up behind him and kill him with an ice machine. Karl's remains were flown back to his beloved London and buried at the now famous spot in Père Lachaise Cemetery, where thousands upon thousands of his followers and fans still turn up day on day to regale him and his memory. And that is the lifetimes and legacy of Karl Marx.
Oh, Randall, what are we going to do with you, brother? See you later, Moslab. Sorry, mate. I'll see you do the off there. I hope you've caught me saying this. Have a cracking weekend. Karl Marx. Oh, where is he? Shame Randall's not here. I'll put the link to his video, his channel in the chat. If you haven't subscribed, go and give him a subscription. The more he gets, the more of that content he'll pop out. It's too good. It's too good. Karl Marx's father. There's a picture of Rasputin. Ava, how am I doing? I'm all right. It's Friday. It's gone midnight Friday, so I'm all good. I'm going to be working on my novel all night tonight, probably half of tomorrow. I've got some day job to do over the weekend as well. I've got a couple of deadlines. Let's not even go there. But I will. It's the weekend, so you know, it's wonderful. I'm absolutely wonderful. Oh, and it just got even better because someone gave me a donation. Alan, give me a donation. Thank you very much. That's the second one today, Alan. It would appear I've just beaten minimum wage for this stream. Thank you very much, Alan. I mean, I ain't got a lot left in me, to be honest with you. I've done the morning stream and I worked all day and I've just done this. But we've got 230 people. I will stan it. Well, it depends whether you include the one I wrote when I was 24 as the first one, but this would be the second one in total. Well, yes, Ian, that's the strange thing. Randall is actually a very intelligent bloke. Thank you, Chris Holloway. Have a good weekend. Oh, look at that. I'm all over it. I'm all over the minimum wage now. Thank you, Chris. That's very kind. Oh, my God. It's all gone kind of crazy. Bob Bon has dropped a Lady Godiva for all my troubles. That's very kind of you, Bob. I mean, not too much of a troubles. I do. Good Lord, what's going on here? It would appear that I'm getting a little bit bloody excited. Thank you, Bob Bon. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Ragnar, of all people. Have a beer on you. Will do. Hang on a minute. This. If I didn't know better, I'd say this has been orchestrated. Frank Frankenstein. Most delightful. There you go, Frank. I hope that was good for you. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a clean one if you want it for your phone ring or something. Ready? Most delightful. It's a pleasure to do that because I enjoy doing it. What a weird bloke he was. Good Lord. There's a dog in the house, Steve. Delightful. Most delightful. I think I'll go swimming. Thank you, Alan. He said, that's very kind of you, Alan. But I'm good. I'm all good. That's very lovely. Very kind of you. Very kind of you all. Look, I am very happy though already. It's lovely. It's Friday, isn't it? And you know, I do work hard all week. I do get like, I'll put a link to Randall's channel in the. That's very kind of you people, but now you're getting me blushing. Hang on. Hello, Sherlock Gameplay. Nice to see you. Randall's just hit 300 subs. That's nice. Thank you for that, Alan. Very kind of you. Thank you, Lil Bullet. Get your missus some pot noodles. I was just telling you earlier. Oh, I've got to tell you about the Rolex. ZG says this is a Randall reaction. I'll have to play some more. Thank you very much, ZG. And thank you, Little Bullet. So listen. So remember, I didn't get this conversation out before, did I? I don't know where Flesh African is. Nice one, Chip. It seems Randall is shadow banned. His video doesn't come up even in the search when using the full title. I just typed in his name. I typed in Randall P. McMurphy to get the video. But let me refresh it, see what's happened. Oh yeah, he's up to 305 subs. I'll appreciate that. So listen, remember I was talking to No, you're worth it, Alan. Alan, have you had a couple of vodkas, mate? Go steady, my friend. Very kind though. Very kind of you. Been a good few weeks streaming. Thank you, mate. Well, apparently Dennis and Ian are saying it comes up in their searches. All right, Ava. See you later. Nice to see you. Bye, Ava. Roosgar. Choo. No. Don't keep it going, people. It gets all make me feel all funny. But listen, this is what I wanted. Thank you, Choo. This is what I wanted to say to you yesterday that I didn't quite. Oh, too much tit. I didn't quite get it out. Remember, I was trying to tell you once the difference between fake watches and counterfeit watches. And there was a shop in Patong that had genuine replicas or something, genuine counterfeits or something weird like that. Now I looked into it and I got talking to someone who was okay, Alan. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it, Alan. That's very, very kind of you. I got talking to someone on an expat forum in Cambodia. Now you're going to like this, people, because I said to him about this. We were chatting about it was just like a forum for expats, and he was saying to me, "Have you been out to Thailand or Vietnam and all that?" And I said, "Yeah." And I told him about Patong, and I told him that I got some shoes made here and a suit made here, and how happy I am with them, and I said to him, funnily enough, because he said, you can take any bit of schmutter you want to the tailors in Thailand and they'll knock it up identical. You can take a $4,000 suit and they'll replicate it. And I told him about the old genuine fakes. And then he said to me, he said, there's a bloke in Cambodia who sells, I can't remember what it was, not fakes, replicas or something. Replica Rolexes. Nice one, little bullet. Yeah, I think we do. I think that's the plan. I think most people on the dissident right do, and if you haven't, you should. I've certainly subbed to all of the people who've got channels around here for sure. Good call, little bullet. And he said to me, but listen, and this is what the geezer said to me. He said a replica or a counterfeit is not the same as a fake. A counterfeit or a replica, he said to me, are often made in the company that they come from. People are knocking them up to sell to people. And he said to me, if you can get a decent replica, he said he goes, you can get a decent replica Rolex. He said that watch will last you 15, 20 years. He said the only difference is you can't get it MOT'd, because the good thing about any of those high class watches is you can send them off to the manufacturers after 5 years. They strip them, clean them, re-grease them, re-oil them, put them all back together, and your watch is like brand new, and it's guaranteed it will outlive you. But he said a proper replica is made of the same things. It's the same stuff. It's identical. It just isn't official. It just hasn't had the paperwork. And then he said to me, there's a geezer in Cambodia who's got them, who's got these snide Rolexes. And he said the geezer will give you a 20-year warranty on it. And they don't come cheap. He said you'll be looking at about $300, $400. He said, but it's identical. He said it's going to be the same as a 20 grand Rolex. And so anyway, I've emailed the geezer and I'm going to be meeting him. I'm going to meet him Sunday and have a look at his watches. This is quite interesting. Because I don't give a shit really whether it's got the official stamp. But if that's a watch that's going to last me 20 years and it's got all the same features as a 20 grand, thank you, Alan. I'm not sure it'll be so fun for you in the morning or when you get your bill. That's what I'm worried about. Thank you. There you go. Now, don't get me wrong. I do. Thank you, Alan. That is actually very kind of you. But that's what I'm saying. And you and I both know that 150 quid is not how much a bit of glass for an oyster costs. But because it's an official Rolex glass, you're paying 140 quid tax on it, so to speak. But I'm going to go and have a look at these replicas. I won't spend too much on it. I probably won't buy one. But the geezer on the expats forum said they're beautiful watches, and he's got the other ones as well. What's the other ones? He said he's. Oh no, that's something else. No, they're the fakes. Avoid him. But I'll have a look, and if I get one, I'll show you, and we'll see how much. See how long it lasts. Because I've had mates who've bought fake Rolexes and they've stopped working before they got off the plane in Heathrow. You know, this is a plastic case with a little crappy mechanism. But Mark says, I can't have watches like sunglasses. They last a couple of weeks. Well, this is the Mitch Hedberg thing, isn't it, Mark? Mitch Hedberg said he's bored. He's going to buy himself a 50 quid pen because he's sick of buying $2 pens and losing them. And that might be it. Because as you know, my sunglasses are quite pricey. That's why I still got them 10 years later. But when you get £2.50 ones, you don't give a shit about them, do you? No, Agister. I'm not talking about. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant, Mitch. But this is the thing. The actual watch is identical because it's a replica. You know, it's been made in the factory. It's just been snided out. You know, the workers are sitting there and they're putting them together because they know they can sell them out in Asia. Rolex, no, they make 16mm cameras. Ed, replica has different guts inside. Not glass, it is crystal. No, you're missing what I'm saying. Replica is identical. It's not, maybe I've got it wrong, but it's not, maybe it's a copy that is the same. My point being, the geezers told me on the forum that there's fakes, there's snides, and then there's one which is identical because it's a replica. I'm sure it's replica. I'll have a look at it later. No, they don't, but people who work in their factories do. Nice one, Tech Roach. Thank you, Dennis. I'm glad someone's got on that. Yeah, that's it. There you go, Jib. That's it. So you don't get the paperwork. You can't take it back to get it MOT'd because it's got no number printed in it, and they go, this has been sneaked out. Exactly. Well, all right, Liam, hang on. Liam, there's 220 other people talking, mate. Let me see what you said. Let me see. Hang on. Hello, Wriggle. Thank you, Ed, for that donation. Liam, super clone. Look at the watch finder video on the Rolex super clone. Oh, nice one. Let me write that down. There you go. That might be something to do with it, but it all sounds interesting. I'm going to go and have a look. Hello, Skin Scar. I know the place in Phnom Penh, a place in the indoor market. Some kettles there for about $300. They're made in Japan. Yeah, I know the bit in the indoor market, but that ain't this geezer. I know where you're talking about. Well, there's 5 indoor markets, but I actually do know the one you mean. But I'm telling you now, if what this bloke says, and it's the same thing, just without the bit of paperwork, I will absolutely snap one up. No, I'll check that out. Liam. Nice one. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm exactly that. I'm not that. No, it ain't that. That's what it is, Alan. That's exactly what it is. Because they know that they can do that. They can put them together in a day or two. They can sneak a lot of them over to Asia, and they can get $400 or $500 a pop. There you go, Chemical Bear. There you go. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Because they're not fakes. That's not what they are. Funny how much everyone knows about something when they're guessing. Everyone knows it. Incredible. We aren't. We've come to the end. We've come to the end. No, I forgot our power. It was meant to be yesterday. Hang on, Liam said you should sub to Watchfinder. No, for sure. I am sub to a couple of watch repair channels because I like watching them repairing them. There you go, Roy. There you go. It's just occasionally. It would be nice. Just occasionally. There you go, Augusta. That's the kind of thing he was telling me. Yeah, but they're not all Rolexes are gold. Not all Rolexes are solid silver. Most of them are just metal. Very rare to get a solid gold Rolex. Terrible metal to make watches out of. There's the blower. All right, let me just tell her I'll be 5 minutes. Oh, fuck that up. All right, people. Well, it's been an absolute laugh tonight, and I will see you for sure. Excuse me. Oh, I've got to answer this. Hang on. Just get the ump with me otherwise. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we will get together tomorrow. Nice one, Years. Don't forget, Years has got a video on in probably about 20 minutes now. Thank you, Alan. Christmas bonus from work, and you help me get up in the mornings. This is just your cut. Okay, Alan. Fair point. Fair point. I will accept that. Darling, I'll call you in 5 minutes. I'll call you in 5. Bye. The English loyalist, where the bloody hell have you been? That's not a very nice... Wanted to drop a quick donation real quick, lol. Happy Friday, everyone. Morning and good night. You've been missed. Where have you been? Let us know. And we're doing a Christmas Day stream. If I don't see you before then, it'd be nice to see you there. Thank you very much for that generous donation. Take care, English loyalist. Yate. Very kind. Right, people. I will keep you posted about my watch. And I'll see if I can get some photos when I get there. He might be a bit weird about that. ABC Gold says all the top watches are solid gold. Think what you want about that. It's okay. If that's important to you, you can crack on with it. People, I will see you at about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I will be up. He's been sharpening his tomahawks. You know what? When he came to London, he made his own tomahawk. He literally walked around London with a tomahawk that he made. Thank you very much, ZG. An absolute pleasure. Yeah, it's mad. I don't know where that solid gold thing comes from. I think you've got that wrong, ABC Gold. But go and look it up. I don't know where you've got it from. Yeah, it's a soft metal. You wouldn't want to make watches out of it. I had a mate who collected them, and there wasn't a single gold watch in his collection. But, you know. All right, people, I'll see you at 8 o'clock, and we'll have a laugh. And I will have probably got about half hour's sleep because I just love the weekend. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for engaging in the chat. Stroke a little bit tetchy argument at times tonight. But it's been a real pleasure. And I will see you at the crack of dawn. Not that dawn. Ta-da, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. We actually made it there. Bye.
All the world loves a lover. All the girls in every land are meant to know the joy of loving is to live in the world of Mandom. There's someone who's waiting for you. Soon the world will be yours for a time. Music starts to play, night will turn to day. Darkness disappears when the one you love is near. You're in Mandom. All the world loves the lovers, all the girls in every land from man to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of Mandom. There's a place that is waiting for you, a world where the best in life is free, where time is always spring, happiness is king. The dreams you dream come true when the one you love loves you. You're in Mandom.
Enjoy the rest of your Friday, people. Do what you have to do. Stay up late. Enjoy yourself. Spend some time with some people you love. And just have a cracking Friday. If you haven't got the weekend off, then I apologise. But for those of you who have an absolute lovely time. Bye.
All the world loves a lover. All the
Hello,
girls
Ray.
in every land of man to know. Joy of loving is to live in the world of Mandom.
Go on. Have an absolutely lovely evening. I might see you in some streams later.